Last left off, which was a while ago, you had just fended off the little undead invasion, with the little help from Duke Earl, the literally long name. I could go into his full title. And then you held up in his little hut in the old city, which is where all the poverty is, as the rich people of Port Nanzaru don't like the poor. And you amass quite the following to come along for the ride, including the priestess of Savas, Annette, who seems to have the power to see the future of all things, and knows healing magic. You also picked up the human Undrill, who, despite being a cleric, seems quite skilled with a broadsword, and is very powerful. She is mostly quiet, and works for the Flaming Fist. She is intent on delivering some sort of message to Camp Vengeance.
It's also literally just darkness.
Which is on the way to the Eldari Basin.
Bray kicks down the door. Someone said darkness.
Of course, all of you wish to, well, the main party, you want to take down Asarak, the the evil lich who has unleashed this death curse upon the world.
Who also made
You're unsure of how far it spreads, but it's clearly a problem.
He's also a mathematician.
Yes.
He's also
you also picked up Eku, a druid who seems pretty chill about everything. And Saldia, who is a smart-talking, adventurous type.
What about my wife?
I already mentioned Annette.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Shit.
So Eku, is she some like old ass sage, or is it like, hey, we're all like 20-something anime women? Is that the thing we're going for here?
Annette seems quite young. Annette seems like 25-ish. Undrill seems to be late 20s, early 30s. Saldia also seems Saldia also seems to be around that age, and Eku seems to be about
Saldia's Raptor.
the one you call a Raptor. I give you physical descriptions for each of them. Annette has curly brown hair, which she just sort of lets loosely hang around herself.
Mm-hmm.
She wears dark blue robes with a red eye emblazoned in the center, the symbol for Savras, god of truth and prophecy. She has these very bright blue eyes that seem to show naivete, and she's quite energetic about a lot of things.
Yes.
Undrill is in full chain armor minus a helmet, with long blonde hair that she keeps in a ponytail. She seems to be very conscious, I guess you could say, as she almost seems to always be on edge and guarding herself against anything that might come near her. But besides that, she seems quite polite, never really raising her voice, and quite meek despite her rather obvious muscles, even if you can't see any of her skin.
Yeah, some good old muscles.
Saldia has black hair.
Who can't we see the skin?
What'd you say?
Can't we see their skin?
What? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Oh, are we doing this now, microphone again? Are we doing this again?
No, I can hear you. You're just mumbling.
Yeah.
Who can't we see the skin of?
Undrill, because she's wearing full chain armor, except for her face.
I thought it was Weird Eye Girl.
Is she the one that likes apples?
No, that's Saldia.
No, that's Raptor lady.
You can tell that Undrill isn't from Armedio due to her much paler complexion than the darker skin of Annette and Eku. Saldia seems to be similar.
Pale as can possibly be. So.
Yeah. Speaking of Saldia, her black hair and her rather startling green eyes give her a very beautiful look, you could say.
Totally a Raptor.
She's very obviously athletic, and she's wearing these clothes that seem like they won't be coming off. They seem to almost cling to her. Of a black tank top and pants. They could almost be called cargo pants, but obviously medieval cargo pants.
Yes,
designed to carry a lot of
medieval cargo pants.
Yeah, just They're pants that are designed to carry a lot of things.
I
Lots
love
of
my
little belts and
medieval
stuff.
jeans.
Yeah, medieval jeans.
Me-
She keeps her long black hair in a practical ponytail to
Medieval
avoid hitting
cargo
her
shorts.
face. You can see dual daggers hitched at her side, her weapon of choice. Eku is a bit different from the rest of the girls. She is obviously not in her prime anymore. She seems to be in her late 50s, early 60s. But despite that, she still seems almost childish in nature.
Echo is
She has to-
shaman lady, yeah.
Yes, she's the druid. She seems to get excited about everything. Her
What do you
long
mean,
black
Adam?
hair
He's not
is...
a wood elf. You can't be a druid without being a wood elf, Adam. Don't you know?
Yeah, they're all human. At least look human. You seem to think Saldia is a raptor.
I will put money that she's a goddamn raptor.
Put money that
Nah,
she's a snake person.
vampire.
No, she gotta be a snake person.
She's
Gotta
a
be snake.
Templar.
Eku's black hair, unlike Saldia's, which is combed finely, is more matted and messy, as if she's been living in the wild. It looks like she hasn't touched a comb in years. It's kept in braids that are thick and almost dirty, just swept behind her head, kept there by a headband made out of cloth. She has a permanent smile on her face and little freckles dot around that seem to mesh, or clash rather, with her old wrinkles showing her old age. Despite this, she always has a smile, and her brown eyes seem almost motherly in nature. She wears this very druidic outfit. It's very robe-heavy, has these weird, symbols on it. But strangely, she seems to not be wearing any shoes. Nor does she seem to care about it, considering she's been walking on very hard ground without a care in the world.
Oh. I mean, is anybody a foot fetishist?
I mean,
Looking at you,
Levin,
Eku.
I'm not surprised that you are not.
I'm not though.
Right now, you, along with the man who just, saved you, for lack of a better word, he appears to be a tiefling. The man who introduced himself, or the one that you recognize at least, as the full title of Grand Duke Marshal Earl Alder Ravengard, the founder of the Flaming Fist organization. You remember the legend of the half-tiefling, which you hadn't really heard of before, who faced injustice in the world and rose up, and all the success stories. His telekinetic powers letting him use 8 swords at once.
Ooh.
Would almost sound silly if you hadn't seen it for yourself, with him chopping up undead left and right.
I think it just sounds badass. I don't think I'd sit be like, whoa, damn, this badass.
And looking at it now,
Swordlings?
you can definitely see the tiefling, but something seems off. He has a very pleasant smile on his face. He seems very content to be here, despite living in a slum when he clearly would be able to make enough money to live in a mansion. He's sitting in this empty room with all of you. You're all curled up in the little sleeping bags that he has, with a fire in the center of the room, burning wood from the crumbling house but next to you. He's warming his hands by the fire, and you can see his armor is very beautiful. It's this ornate golden armor, but it's very obviously worn by time. You can see scratches, dent marks. It hasn't been repaired in a while. The Flaming Fist logo seems to have been scratched away with some sort of crude tool, as if he didn't want anyone to see it. Whether or not this was intentional or not, well, who knows. His face is tiefling in nature. You can see the reddish skin and the horns, very obvious tells of a tiefling. The black hair certainly adds to the image, which, although swept back as if to appear regal, is very obviously dirty. It appears he hasn't washed in quite a while.
Oh no.
His eyes are bright red, which would normally look terrifying, but somehow it seems almost soothing, like a warm campfire. Perhaps his pleasant smile is what adds to that.
Yes, I'll be shonen.
He rubs his hands together to gather a bit more warmth. So, another adventuring party, eh? He gives a warm smile to all of you. It's nice to meet you. I'm sure you've heard of me. Not
Kinda
that
stood up.
I-
I've never heard of you, really.
Sit up and say,
Really?
All I
like,
heard is
can I
your
say-
dragon wings.
him, for he has. I respect your craft, sir.
Oh, yes, thank you, I suppose.
Do a valiant deed.
He looks to Undrill, who seems like she's trying to make herself a bit smaller. You're a Flaming Fist member, are you? So, the rest of you are working with Flaming Fist?
No.
Yes.
I turn around to her and say, no.
Well, you're certainly
No.
traveling with one.
Yeah,
Either way, that's neither here nor there. I hope they treated you right.
I mean, I didn't meet him.
Oh, you didn't. I guess you split up then.
I just realized all the people who did go there are gone except for Inky.
I mean, Ombre did tell us that one crucial piece of information
Yes.
about how we all might die.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll keep that under wraps for now.
You sure? Because I'm thinking about like Loki.
I mean, we don't know if this guy.
I'm gonna be like, hey, so how do you feel about the current leader of the Flaming Fist?
Liara Porter?
What if they started like killing innocent people? Are you that
Quite the specific. Either way, I'm not Flaming Fist anymore. I haven't been for a long time.
Oh, that was out of character. I didn't know you were actually doing that, but okay.
Oh, sorry, I just
It
assumed
works.
that you're in.
Roll with it.
Yeah. I assume you're talking in character.
We were
Alright.
just whispering to each other. He just overheard us.
Older Ravengard takes off his gloves and lays them on the ground. His hands are reddish, and his fingernails seem long. They seem to almost be hot to the touch. He continues warming them by the fire.
Ooh.
I'm not Flaming Fist anymore. I haven't been
that?
for a long time.
Why is that?
Why'd you leave?
We used to be... I don't know. I considered us freedom fighters, I guess you could say. But somewhere along the line, we became more concerned with profit than actually helping the innocent.
And what if they were to turn?
My second in command... Oh, sorry, I get caught up in the past. You had a
What if they-
question?
What if they were to go regalia of killing the innocent?
I don't know. My second in command, Liara. You probably know her as Commander Porter. I trained her, but she has differing ideology than me. She began accepting more dubious contracts in my absence. We had a falling out. However, the soldiers were loyal to her. She paid them much better than I ever did. Not that I didn't pay them, it's just that I simply didn't have the money to. We accepted only contracts that would help people. Unfortunately, there's not much call for that in a mercenary band these days.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Respect your spirit, sir. Not many people would.
We
do
had a
that.
falling out. I left and set sail for Armedio. It was mostly untouched island, minus a few old legends.
And all the dinosaurs.
Yeah. I
Definitely
came here as a
just
defender of the weak, and yeah, the dinosaurs were definitely a factor. They are quite cool, aren't they?
Yeah.
Truly.
He breathes out, and it almost looks like it's cold, and he's breathing steam. But he's actually breathing steam.
Oh.
You see steam come out of his mouth.
Oh.
And then he continues to wrap himself in the little blanket he has. It's more of a rag than a blanket. Liara, she was always obsessed with heroics. She decided to follow me here. I came here to defend the people of the old city and to figure out what was here. I had such lofty ideas. I heard all the legends of the heroes, the tale of Mesero, the tale of Sandra Sylvain, the hero of Armedio. She was my role model, but I hear she's sick now. Not
Who
that
is
it
that
matters
lady?
anymore.
That's the one
Sandra-
that-
Out of character?
No, I'm asking him.
Yeah, out of character.
Sandra Sylvain. You must really be new around here. Either that or you live under a rock. He looks
I-
around at the very obvious rock ceiling. Not that I'm one to talk.
Then he looks at my bag
Would
full
you
of
say
booze.
she likes drinking?
Drinking? I don't know. I've never met her personally.
Kind of walk up
You-
to him and like put my hand on his shoulder. It's like, trust me. I think it'd be
As
proud
you put your
for
hand,
doing.
your hand on his shoulder, your hand starts burning. He is burning hot. You
I kind of like
pull your hand away.
and I say like,
Oh, sorry about that. That's. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it. Then I put my hand around him, and I have fire resistance.
I put my hand on his shoulder.
wait, I'm supposed to have fire resistance too, did Orpheus?
Wait, no.
Let's say you didn't have your persona summoned. Or you didn't just. You had your persona down or something.
Orpheus is taking a break.
Yeah, Orpheus was on a break.
I thought
This
that
is
doesn't it work at
you?
all?
Shh.
He lets out a little chuckle, very happy to have someone to talk to. I suppose you're probably wondering why I feel like a burning kettle.
Not really, to be completely
I
honest.
didn't even notice.
Yes, please do tell.
You are a strange bunch, aren't you?
I try
Lovely
to keep
little bunch.
Yeah,
Well,
it's pretty
let's just
okay.
say you can't believe everything you hear from all the rumors. You see, half tiefling rising from the slums sounds a lot more impressive than Fire Gensai created an ancient ritual.
Fire what?
You've probably... Exactly. No one cipher.
Roll Arcana check to see if I know what he's talking about.
By the way, from now on, just say, like, can I try and recall if he knows what it is? Because the DM's supposed to decide the roles.
Can I try and recall if I know what that is?
Yes, roll a history.
My Arcana and History are shit because I'm a drunkard, so I'm not even gonna
Can I
try.
roll history? Hello?
Yes, Drago, you roll History.
Okay, I couldn't hear Adam there for a second. Just D20.
Adam.
Adam?
Adam.
Hello?
Adam.
Not again.
God damn it. Every time.
Adam?
Every time.
Just like puts the technical difficulty sound over it.
Oh no.
The curse.
The
is
mariachi music.
How could this happen to us every time?
How could this happen to me?
Maybe he's muted and doesn't realize it.
Adam? Adam?
Adam.
Adam?
It doesn't work as well as Boss or Snake.
Boss? Boss? Boss?
They played us like a damn fiddle.
Played us like a damn fiddle.
Just gonna make Metal Gear references now.
Weapon just surpassed Metal Gear and just a crab with a knife in its hand.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Oh, I fucking love that one. It was good. Oh, he went offline.
How much?
Or it's also like
he
that one
won't come
crab
back.
that like takes a jellyfish and rips it in half and then uses it as boxing gloves.
Yeah.
Then when he loses the other one, just rips it in half again.
Yeah. My favorite one is the one where like it's just like a dildo on like a big spinny thing.
That's not PG, sir.
Shh. It'll be fine.
Well,
He's back online.
hey folks, this is URGSVI D&D, and we're having technical difficulties.
Welcome to the only like one part of the URGSVI cast. So. Oh.
The
the
internet
internet
died.
Welcome
died.
to Adam's Internet Guys, episode 2.
Man,
Welcome to session 5 of Adam's Internet Dies.
Give me a minute trying to prepare this. Wow.
Welcome to session 5 of literally everything goes wrong.
After this, we start episode 4 of Yaoi Tries to Go to Sleep.
Oh no.
Yeah, the curse never ends, Adam.
Curse
What
never
curse?
ends. So should I like cut this
Who calls
off and
the
then I'll
curse?
just like snip it together somehow later?
Sure.
No,
Or you could-
where's the
yeah.
fun in that?
I mean, people will likely click off or skip ahead.
I mean, is this our prototype podcast? Is this what this is now?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm
I
down.
did
You're
say
down.
we were going to get around to that. To
Hey,
regular URGSVI.
Guys, we gotta play the advertiser.
Yeah. Play the advertisements. Go.
Okay, what do people get sponsored by a lot? Podcast? Dollar
Diet
Shave
Coke.
Club.
Squarespace. Today's sponsor is Squarespace.
We have multiple sponsors today. We have Squarespace, we have Dollar Shave Club, and Honey.
Audible.com.
And Audible.com, of course.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yo, if we Dollar Shave Club. If you want to sponsor us, Dollar Shave Club, I would be happy to.
Why would they want to sponsor fucking us who's like the video that has the most views has like 40 views.
It's 48, alright?
It's been at 48 for like months.
Well, maybe because they got sick and tired of watching it over and over again.
Yeah, we can't.
They love us.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't listen to that a lot.
I just listened to it today in class.
My ego is so big that I like listening to my own voice.
I also really
I
like
love when we all try to sing. We sound horrible.
I really liked how you swindled some guys, some drunk dudes. You got them drunk and then swindled their Triceratops away from them.
Yeah, Zongo?
I want to eat Zongo.
No.
No. I won't allow it.
He gonna make a juicy steak.
So now is the time to let's craft some theories. Why don't we?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Raptor lady. She's a raptor.
pretty much going
No,
to kill
she's
one
a
of us,
vampire.
Probably
She's
either a snake.
definitely going to kill one of us, and money on the table is gonna be me.
Of course.
That's gonna be fun.
I have theories though. She's either going to be a snake lady, or she's going to be a sea lady from the sea, and she's either going to siren song you into the water so you can drown yourself, or she's going to kill you, like straight up.
What about
Will
you, Inky?
karma ever not be racist?
Does it works? Probably not.
Why not?
Don't. Ask.
So, knowing Adam, I know that he's gonna.
Ah!
Oh, hey, Adam, hi.
I did it.
You did
I
it.
solved the mystery.
What did you do?
Did you break the curse?
Unspeakable power.
Oh.
I just messed with the modem and some settings and also turned it off and on again.
You missed
Exactly,
like the fucking like 10-minute URGSVI cast.
Not even 2 minutes.
What?
Yeah, that's what we just did right now. Let's keep going.
Guys, we gotta plug our advertisers again.
Let's go. Let's go.
Instead
Let's
of the
go, Adam.
reasonable
Let's go.
thing, like
Okay.
cutting to commercial and then cutting it back on. No, it's
Do. We'll be right back.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Wait. I went on a little monologue for a while, so I don't know if like I cut out midway through the monologue.
I tried to find out where roll for history.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were rolling for history. All right.
Is it just
So
D20
you roll
plus
a
history modifier?
And then you add your history modifier.
Got a 12.
Okay. You have no goddamn idea what a Gensai is.
Cool.
Oh no.
I asked him, what's against I?
A Gensai?
The master of knowledge cannot know.
Yes, I suppose many people wouldn't know. A Gensai is, well, the half part is correct of half tiefling, but I'm only half human. A Gensai is a half genie, I guess you could say.
Oh
I
my
believe the word
god.
they prefer
Could you
is
grant me wishes?
No wish granting.
Oh.
It was a fire genie, and, well, my mother was a cultist, for lack of a better word.
Oh.
She worshipped
Interesting.
fire. She worshipped it so much that she wished out baby with fire. And so she did. I wasn't too fond of the whole burning everything in my past.
And that cover your ears.
So I, well, left. Not without great trouble, mind you. And, well, one thing led to another. And here I am.
Oh. That's the thing.
I wonder what happened to my mother.
Probably dead.
I don't think she'd go down that easily.
Are you sure about
She's a
that?
very resilient woman.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe not.
I kind of like crouch down next to him and I say, "Hey, both our new lives began through fire."
I suppose so.
Remember,
I kind of like show him my burn scar on my arm that I have in my
Where'd you
character.
get that?
You know, home destroyed.
Oh,
I'm all
I'm
burnt myself.
really sorry.
Don't
I
be.
show him my broken leg.
Where did you get a broken leg?
Oh, wait, what? What did this
You
happen?
see,
In
remember the
character, like,
backstory?
where did you get a
Murderer
broken leg?
Orcs broke my leg.
Oh, his previously broken leg. Okay.
Oh.
Edgar raises the finger. I hear broken legs really hurt.
Oh, it does. You have no clue how much it hurts.
I've never broken a bone before.
You're truly lucky.
It sounds like an interesting experience.
I could do it
It
for
is
you.
not. Please don't.
What do you mean?
My leg might be healed now, but I still limp.
I think he means to the other dude.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna echo. I could break your leg if you want.
Maybe, but we have a lot of walking to do tomorrow, so I feel like that might inconvenience people.
Okay, we'll do it later.
So out of
yeah,
character.
maybe later.
I don't like where this is
Out of character.
You're
Tell him
a
about
real interesting bun.
how we met the lady who he was talking about.
Sandra Sylvain,
Do we tell him that?
you-
Yes. Out of character.
do you know what are you asking?
Do we tell him that we met Sandra Sylvain? And
You
that
can
we're
say
all-
whatever you want.
I say.
I'm not saying you can't. You can do whatever.
Who is whatever
Like-
Sylvan?
I kind of lean in and say, "Hey." Yes.
Wait. Lemon, is that out of character or in character?
Both.
Sandra Sylvain's the one who saved you from the Mayans. She gave you alcohol.
Oh, old lady.
Is she the one who drugged
Old
me?
lady. Yes.
Old lady, I asked for the hand in marriage.
I kind of like lean
Alright.
into. I kind of lean into the dude, and I'm just like, "Hey."
Yes.
I actually met Sandra Sylvain. She saved my life. And now I'm on a quest to right the bad thing that I did.
You met Sandra Sylvain.
Yeah, she's just as beautiful as ever.
Like, look
Incredible.
at him. I kind of look at him and he's like,
And even
Wow.
now, she's
She's very old.
truth. I didn't actually know if she'd still be alive.
he is, but sadly.
You see,
maybe
her
not
tale
so
is a very old legend.
What?
You haven't heard the story of Mesero?
No.
I think she told us about it.
The story of
But
Mesero?
very briefly.
Well, as the legend goes, at least, 200 years ago, there was a paladin by the name of Nisai, Raz Nisai. He wasn't the perfect paladin, let's just say, and he vied for more power. His god, the one who gave him power, the one who granted him his abilities as a paladin, Ubato, had him as a champion, chosen one. And as Raz Nisai's methods for gaining power to supposedly protect people began to grow more and more brutal and pragmatic and villainous, Ubato still did not retract his blessing.
Fucked up God.
Eventually, Nisai decided that he wanted the city of Mesero. At the time, Mesero was the holy city and one of the two great kingdoms in Armedio at the time, the other being Omu, which has also been lost to time.
Oh.
So he raised an army of the undead a paladin raising the undead. And despite all this, Ubato still did not rescind his blessing upon Nisai, even as the undead barged through the holy gates of Mesero. However, Mesero did have some defenders. It is unknown exactly who was there. Very little records are kept, as the city was ultimately destroyed. But all it's known, at least what I know, is that one of these defenders was Sandra Sylvain. There were, I don't know how many others, at least 6 or 7. But, well, their names are all lost to time. Sandra's the only one who stayed in the public eye, becoming a rather notable adventurer.
Well, it seems that old tale has finally caught up with her.
I suppose so. He grabs his side and kneels down. He seems to almost be trying to catch his breath.
You okay there?
Are you fine,
Yes.
sir?
Is,
You need alcohol?
is this affecting you too?
I'm fine. Don't worry about it. He tries to stand up and almost seems to slide forward, but the person who catches him of all people was Saldia, who seems to be more almost active in trying to help him. She lifts him up, or tries to at least, and helps lean him against the wall.
Hey, I knew you were good inside. Hey, what'd I tell you?
I walk over. Affected by this curse, aren't you?
He reaches up to his shoulders and undoes the strap on his plate. He slowly removes his breastplate and then lifts up his undershirt. On the right side of his stomach, you can see a rather large hole. It almost appears to be oozing this black liquid which seeps across his body. This appeared 20 days ago. It's been spreading over my body, an inch every day. I feel it affecting me. I feel like I've aged 5 years.
It seems to be some sort of dark
Yes,
side.
I have. Many years ago, I fell in battle, and the resources of the Flaming Fist were able to buy a priest to cast Resurrection on me. I came back, but I'm not sure how this relates to whatever this is.
Sandra Sylvain told us how. She is dying to do the same thing.
She is.
It's undead.
What?
This undead
Do you
is
know what is causing this curse?
A lich or
cannot
something.
say for sure.
A lich.
Lich, that is a rat. That is very smart.
All of your companions raise their eyebrows. A lich?
Wait, oh fuck, I wasn't supposed to say that. No.
I say we've heard rumors. We've heard rumors that there's been a
Rumors,
lich
yes.
raising this undead army that you have seen, that you fought today.
That's what it is.
For all these.
Annette leans forward and walks up to you. Wait, how much do you know about this?
What? Nothing.
Please.
I
We're
was
all,
spitballing.
we're all trying to stop the curse, aren't we?
Yeah.
Sandra Sylvain told us what happened. She told us what is going to happen and that we must help.
And what did happen?
Don't
What's
know.
causing this curse?
It seems that approaching, and the theory is correct. The lich may have been resurrected somehow.
Yes.
You
He
recall
was
what Sandra said.
resurrected.
You recall what Sandra said of the ancient lich Asarak and his thing that sucks the souls of the already deceased, Soulmonger. Although you have no idea what Soulmonger is or how it works. Whether or not you share this information is up to you.
I'm gonna go with I accidentally let the lich thing spill, so let's not make anything worse. Let's just
I'll say this. I say I've done research on this since, the recruitment. I've had some sort of device in order to spread this death curse, as it seems.
Yes.
I have to find it.
What kind of magical artifact could do something like this?
That I cannot say. Although,
Ekru seems to almost be staring into the fire, lost in thought. And this lich, do you know its name?
We have no clue as of
cannot
this
say.
point.
Told the old stories.
We
in
have
every-
no idea.
I see.
I have done research,
All we know
and I've
is
may
that
have
it's
found a few
dangerous.
names, but I cannot say that one is certainly true.
Yes,
Edu closes
that
her
is
eyes
the correct
sadly and leans
thing.
against a nearby wall. Annette seems to walk over, reach at her hand, but isn't quite sure how to comfort her. Sorry, I suppose I brought the mood down with the news of I'm dying. He tries to make, Earl de Ravendard tries to make light of his situation by lowering his shirt again and leaning back up.
I kind of
Let's
like.
change topic.
I kind of nudge Lemon and say like. I mean, Sandra said it helps.
What, alcohol? Yeah, I got lots of it. You want some?
Alcohol.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't drink.
Damn it, why does nobody drink?
I drink.
He's got
Get
dragon.
over here.
Selby
Well,
also raised her hand. I'll
Both
drink.
of you get over here.
I gesture towards Lemon's like, I mean, he's got dragon whiskey still.
Yeah,
That's
drinking
for special
contest.
I got.
Salvia
devil
sits cross-legged
fist.
by the fire. Meanwhile, Eku seems to be curling up into her sleeping bag for sleep, and Annette and Undro are both also tired and do the same.
I would like to take a long rest and see if I can do the thing.
Oh, by the way,
You want-
every time that Annette's gonna go to sleep, I'm giving her a head pat, so yeah,
Oh, that's cute.
always.
You give her a
Just
little
let me
head
just-
pat as she curls in to her little sleeping bag.
I mean,
Davcool also curls up into his sleeping bag and
in
lays
his
down
cloak.
for
because
the,
his
for the
cloak
night.
His cloak is in an eternal bedroll.
Yeah,
That's unofficial. I'm just saying it. Just like
yeah. You like curl yourself up to your cloak. All your other party members have been sleeping through this,
Turns.
exhausted from the battle with the undead. The only ones
I
left
use my
awake are
tail as a pillow.
you can, if you can reach your tail up that far with your tail, if like you curl into a ball.
Yeah, like a little puppy.
Yeah,
That's
it's almost.
adorable.
He curls up. This menacing tiefling curls up into a little ball and brings his tail up to his head. It's kind of adorable
Adorable.
the way he, with this. It's very peaceful as he sleeps.
it almost
The only
as
ones
if
left
he's an
awake are
genocidal maniac.
Hen-
It's
Hansel-
almost as if she's not a huge racist.
Exactly.
The cute racist. Right
very
again.
adorable racist.
Kawaii.
The only ones left awake are Ravengard, Hansel, Eku, and Saldia. So, I guess you're all out to stop this lich then.
Yes.
And the flaming fist one, the girl you called Undro,
Yeah.
do you know what she's delivering?
Something to a camp. Not sure what though.
Camp Vengeance, right?
Yes.
Figures. The hour has been getting more brutal. The years go by. He looks down sadly into the fire, his hands over his stomach, covering the wound. I remember when we used to be heroes. Now, I feel like they're almost villainous. They've been burning down towns for lack of reward. He looks to the now sleeping Davcool. I have suspicions. I don't know where he lived, but I know Flaming Fist has been relentless in their attempt to purge areas.
Oh.
They aren't here just in Armedio. And I know they always burn down the homestead of whoever they're near. I've heard tales from South Armedio of homesteads being burnt and attacks on villages. They're currently making an effort to wipe out the small orc population in the southern end of Armedio. I've heard tales of burning homesteads, crying children. Beginning to wonder if starting the Flaming Fist was ever the right thing to do.
Cool kind of like stirs in his sleep and like clutches his arm in his sleep, like the burn mark.
Well, if
I'm
that's
worried that
right.
they've gone off the deep end. If they have done this, then What they've done to this man is unforgivable.
Well, I mean, we gotta stop him somehow, you know?
They're a military force. They're hundreds, maybe even thousands strong. I'm in no more condition to stop them. Just fighting off those undead was enough to leave me wiped. But that's beside the point. All of you. You mentioned you were heading down to the Eldari Basin, right?
Yep.
That's on the way to Camp Vengeance. Or rather, the other way around.
Yep.
Do me a favor. Pass on my... He hesitates at the final word. My goodbye to Pellis, Ordus, and Ord Goldbeard.
Okay. What is
They should
that?
be at camp.
Okay, how do we spell those?
What?
Let me get the spelling.
Oh no. The GM doesn't know how it's spelled.
Look, it's a little complicated.
What even is the word you said?
All
I
right.
believe in you, Ash.
Perne Salhanda, P-E-R-N-E, space, S-A-L-H-A-N-A. And the other one is Ord, O-R-D, Goldbeard, which is self-explanatory.
That's two different people.
Yes.
Okay.
Pass on my goodbye to them. I can't imagine I'll be seeing them. They're commanders in the Flaming Fist military. Probably one of the few good people left. I know they're stationed at Camp Vengeance, but I haven't seen them in years.
Hey, if there's
He
one
looks
thing
down
I
at
can
his-
tell you, that's that I'm not gonna let you die.
He laughs very soft, almost inaudible. Yeah. I appreciate the sentiment. However, I don't know if this is in your control anymore. Although, I would certainly appreciate the rescue.
Yeah, don't worry about
Either
it.
way, it's quite late. He looks out the, quote, window, which is more just a hole in the wall. It's quite late, isn't it? We should get some rest. I take it you have a long day tomorrow. First day in the wilderness. He lays down on the ground without any sleeping bag, only his muttered, crusty, holy rug. And watch out for the sicknesses, and the undead, and the many monsters, and the dinosaurs, and, you know, the traps, and any Flaming Fist members you come across. He seems to have come across this as a joke of sorts, although it's very dry humor. And he puts his head on the ground, goes to bed. The last three of you, Hensel, Eku, and Saldia, stay up for another hour or so, drinking, talking, having a generally good time,
Yeah, that sounds
and you all
alright.
sleep through the night.
Can I do
Nothing
the
happens.
thing? Can I do the
Nothing
thing?
happens in the night.
Drago doesn't get to do the thing.
You hear these sort of whispers in your dreams, but nothing concrete yet.
Ooh, foreshadowing.
And it's morning. You feel the sun in your eyes. You stretch up. And you roll out of your sleeping bag and look out the, quote, window, quote, and see the sun beginning to rise above the horizon. You all slept well and are ready to move out for your first day in the jungle. You see that
I'm
Earl
gonna have
Ravengard
everyone.
is. You see that Earl Ravengard is still fast asleep. Do you want to wake him up, or just
I
let him
shall.
sleep?
I shall. How do I do this?
Give
Because
him a lip tap.
Lemon, you do it. Lemon, you kind of like gently shake him awake on the shoulder because you don't take fire damage.
Yeah, okay. I'll go do that.
If he snaps at you, it's your damage.
Wakey, sleepyhead.
5 more minutes, Liara. Not right now. He rolls over in his sleep, in his eyes. What? Oh. All of you. You're awake.
Yeah.
It must be early. He rises out of his bed before quickly collapsing back into it.
Oh no.
Please tell me you're alright.
His shirt seems to lift up a bit, and you see that the seeping wound and blackness has spread even further across his body. It now reaches down to his hip, engulfing a bit of his leg, and reaches up to his chest. His right pec is entirely engulfed in this black sickness. Would one of you fine gentlemen mind helping me up?
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Roll strength.
Where is that?
I would like to grab his arm where it's like not skin level and just try and pull him up by the arm.
Yeah, you grab him by the like leathery metal.
Yeah.
He has a mitts of leather and metal on his arms.
Will work.
I gotta roll strength too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say I have a higher strength, but I don't know about that.
I got a 17.
I got an 18.
You both managed to pull him up with a bit of difficulty, but he's up on his. He's leaning against the wall. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to worry you like this. I'll be all right. He lays his hand on the wall, and you can see that his swords, which before had been hovering by his back, are now all clattered to the floor.
I'm gonna be straight with you. I don't think the hole in your on you is a good thing.
No, I don't think so. He leans up against the wall as if trying to support himself, as if it was a chair. I'll be all right, though. Someone needs to protect the old city. He looks out the window, and you can see that there's just homeless people everywhere, camped out in these little burnt-out buildings, crumbling. You can hear crying of children, sobbing of adults. It's almost like a cacophony.
Yourself, especially in your weakened state. And I don't think fighting is going to spare you any time.
He looks you dead in the eye, very serious. No. But there's no one else who will. All the people inside those tushy walls had drunk off their money, their greed, their power. The only reason the Flaming Fist hasn't burnt the old city to a crisp yet is me. They're more a liability. The people here, they're just a drain on the resources, eating the valuable food of the rich and prosperous. No one cares about the children, born every day. The wives starving, the husbands desperately trying to earn a living. All the people thrown into executioner's run. And then this last one, he clenches his hand so hard that you see blood being drawn. And those goddamn sanctions. And that seems to flinch at the mention of sanctions, but none of the other party members seem to recognize this.
What's a sanction?
What
A
is
sanction, and it speeds up from her little sleeping bag. She's curled up into a sort of fetal position with her head on her knees.
I was gonna say that sounds adorable.
Sanction. She's staring down at the ground. Her eyes are dull, empty. A sanction can be purchased from Jessamine. She's one of the merchant princes. It's a sanction to legally murder someone.
Oh.
You can purchase someone's life to do with as you wish.
Oh.
Alder Ravengard punches the nearby wall so hard that the wall crumbles down.
Oh,
for
probably
150 fucking gold.
Oh.
That's all it is.
Oh.
That's the price of a human life to this place. 150 gold for a life.
I walk outside.
You walk outside. You can see the executioners run in front of you. Animals are gnawing on the bars. Blood is stained across the entire 50-foot walkway. It's obvious many have died here. I've seen people murdered in the streets, and no one bats a fucking eyelash. And there's nothing I can do about it.
I mean, you could kill the lady.
I kind of mumble.
Sorry, what was that, Drago? I didn't catch that.
Devcool just kind of mumbles to himself, like, I knew my urge to burn that wall to the ground was somewhat justified.
The wall. Sorry, I don't mean to bore you or scare you with tales of this place.
I mean,
Port Nanzaru is still the last bastion of civilization. There are a few small towns in the southern end of Armedio, but this is the only place where people can be truly safe. At least from the monsters outside. The monsters inside are a completely separate matter.
Which one is more terrifying?
Truth be told, I don't know. Either way, it was a pleasure meeting you all.
At least the ones outside the walls would do it for free. And I kind of like smile to him.
He gives a warm smile back. Warm as in his teeth are literally glowing.
I mean, that's pretty warm.
As you're all getting ready to go, he walks over to Inky, or to Karma, and places a hand on his arm. You there.
Yes.
What's your name?
My name is Karma.
Pleasure to meet you.
Not much to you. Nice to meet you also. I
You...
haven't seen much people like you before. You're an
Yes.
interesting one for sure.
I suppose so. I've been called naive before, which isn't entirely wrong. I'd just like for all of you to watch yourselves out there.
Please
And-
take care of everyone.
I'll certainly try my hardest.
I would like to
take care of your friends too.
I would like to ask him
Mhm.
2 more questions before we leave.
Get all your questions out now, because you'll be leaving Port Nanzaru. You won't be coming back for a while unless you turn back, because you can if you want, really. But you are on a strict time limit. There are a certain number of days for this death curse.
I kind of walk up to him and I say, "All right, your cause is valiant, and I hate to see you like this, but I must go and try and rectify that." A few questions for you before I left.
Asked away. He looks down sadly. I'm not sure you'll get another chance.
I see. And I kind of glance down at the ground too, and I say, I show him my burn scar again. This was done in the burning of my homestead. Down on another continent from here. Some
Went
military
through the
force.
town.
I remember some sort of
I-
military force.
Please describe to me what happened.
Local smuggling ring went through. I had nothing to do with it.
And
The local government destroyed the environment.
What did they look like? Please, you've got to tell me.
Bunch of goons, thugs, and an inquisitor.
Inquisitor.
Hat. Damned red hat. I kind of like clench my fist.
A red hat. I see.
And one of the bastards I couldn't
He's-
kill, and I kind of like clench
He
my
swallows very audibly. I see. A red hat. Inquisitor. Militant force. Burning a house down. He's very obviously conflicted about this if he wants to say something.
I kind of like.
When you get to Camp Vengeance, don't follow its namesake. That's all he says before shutting up.
I look at him and say, "Perhaps."
I didn't catch that.
I kind of like. Devco turns back to him and says, "Perhaps."
Yes, perhaps.
Like, I lean in super close for this next question and I say, on a more dire note, may be in danger ourselves.
Cannot hear you.
I lean in close to his ear and I say, on a more dire note, we may have been.
I heard we may have, and then
I stuttered. Sorry.
oh, it's all right.
May have heat on our backs as well. And I trust you enough to say this.
Yes.
But
Do you know you purchased a charter of exploration, correct? All
Yeah.
adventurers who leave must do so.
correct.
You know the terms of a charter, right?
Not particularly. We are new here.
Oh, there. He's gasping for breath and goes back against the wall. Underl quickly goes up to him and tries to steady him. It's all right. I can explain the terms. I am a member myself, after all. She seems quite ashamed of herself to say that. The terms of a charter of exploration. For 50 gold, if you ask and get it approved, you may explore our medio as you please. However, half of all proceeds and all treasure you find must go to the Flaming Fist.
What if we lie?
Well, they do full checks when you enter and exit Port Nantaru. They take note of what you have, and they take note of what you have when you come back. So, I'm not sure the exact formula they use, but considering the sanctions, I wouldn't recommend trying to cheat them. But even then, I don't know. At least it's better than going into our media without a charter, in which case you're considered a kill-on-sight target.
Say, it's like, well, we may already be that way. In fact, roll.
Perhaps. Either way, we've been here for long enough. We should probably get moving. Unless anyone has more questions. Right? She seems to almost stutter as she says this and looks back to Earl Ray.
Out of character, Adam. Are you trying to get me not to say it?
No, you can say whatever. I have no idea what you're saying. I hear you, but I don't know what you don't want to say. How do I say that?
Oh, I am trying to bring up to him hey, we may be that the Flaming Fist may be conspiring against us to kill us in order to stop us.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I didn't fully catch what you said to him, so I was trying to piece it together.
Then catch his drift.
Right. I didn't.
Yeah, and
Earl Ravengard's a bit dense.
And then pick up what he's throwing down. Then catch the spit that he's flapping.
To be blunt about this, we may may have stop us on our quest in order to keep this going.
You think they want the Deathsharers to continue?
Davkor kind of sighs and he says, "One of our members was leaving after obtaining the charter. Ilara, as you said, speaking into a fire."
Speaking into a fire. Well, Flaming Fist members, the upper ranks, have been known to use the sending spell to communicate through fires. However, that's only known to the highest ranks. Or, well, at least it's only allowed for the highest ranks. It's much more easy to simply use a message scroll. But, I don't know. Liara, she's many things, but I don't think she's that bad of a person.
She mentioned the courier directly as someone who needs to be eliminated, and I kind of gesture to what's her face, not in
Undrill.
Undrill, yeah.
I don't know. Earl seems very shooken by this. You're sure you overheard this?
Did not, but our scribe, he was the one who overheard it. He is the most trustworthy of all of us.
I see. Well,
and I gestured to Annette and said she was there with him as well.
Right. In that case, well, watch your backs out there.
You as well, sir.
I
have one last question.
Oh yeah, go ahead, okay.
Yes?
I asked him, how would you feel if I must destroy this place in order to change it?
This place? You mean Port Nansaru?
All of it. They are too far gone to form a simple change.
I don't know. I feel like the people here, they're victims, just like the rest of us. The Merchant Princes, the Flaming Fist, their powers exerted upon these people. they're not evil. They're good-natured. They're good people. If you do feel like you need to make violence the only option, please, he turns to look at you, giving you a very somber plea. Don't hurt the innocents. Try to protect as many as you can.
I will try to my heart's content.
A flaming fist.
Devcool said.
Go
says like I'm always up for a good coup d'état. Once in power, not doing right.
Perhaps. Ravengard lays his hand against the wall and looks back up to the grand wall. To think that the wall designed to keep citizens safe, to keep out the undead, is the main fear keeping in the real monsters. Never mind that pointless melodrama. Little troubles here and there. Any last words?
I don't think so. I do want to say, to bring up the mood after that, the whole time Hensel has just been braiding Net's hair, putting flowers in it.
You guys just been looking around. There's a poverty-stricken, blood-stained town for flowers. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've been looking. I couldn't find any, but I made a damn nice braid.
I'm sure you did.
And that looks adorable. It's great.
And that's sort of pushing the braid aside to her hair. Great. Now my hair won't get caught on all the stuff in the forest.
Yeah.
I've never actually been in the forest before. Ravengard, Mr. Ravengard, have you been in the forest before? Wait, of course you have. You're an adventurer. Yes. You're certainly an excitable one. His face seems to go somber. His previous beaming smile is now more of a almost neutral face. You're the priest's daughter, correct? Daughter of the head priest? Temple of Savras? Yes, sir, that's correct. I see. Have you two inherited his gift? His gift? Yes, I think so.
Davcool just kind of says, "Oh, you mean the mind? Wait, hold on. Let me rephrase that. I'm bad at speaking, guys. This is out of character."
All good. Take the time.
Don't limit. What do you mean, don't?
Inky, I'm watching you.
Oh no, Inky, don't do that.
This is
so sad.
This is so sad. By a sanction.
By a sanction.
It's like say, oh, you mean the premonition stuff? Yeah, that kind of happened.
Part of me wants to go to that merchant prince lady, buy a sanction, then kill her, then take my money back.
Well, for the right price.
Yeah.
Why don't we all pitch in there?
We can just kill all the merchant princes in trial by combat with a sanction.
Yeah.
We don't have to go fire and flames.
I see. So you're Tempe's daughter. Well, I'm certain you'll do great things. Despite what you may think of him, and despite what any of you may think of him. Tempe, your father, is a good man. Remember that. He may be strict at times, but I'm sure he has the best at heart. For what's best of you. He slides down the wall he was leaning against and goes into more of a squat, crouch position.
A Slav squat?
He Slav squats, yes.
Yeah.
I think I'll rest here for the day. Please, send on my condolences in regards to the Flaming Fist.
Yeah.
Please, don't phrase it like that. Make it sound like you're going to die.
I kind of like gestured like, yeah, we'll give him hell for you. And I kind of I smile at him. Nice
he gives you a beaming smile, literally, as his hair seemed to almost catch fire. So gives you a salute as you walk away.
And I say,
he better still be alive because I'm gonna need his help.
Dude, are we gonna speedrun this? We're gonna speedrun this
You
shit.
have now entered the exploration phase. I have a few rules to explain to you.
Oh,
the most
no.
exciting of things.
Oh no.
Do you still have that map of Armedio I gave you?
Probably not.
If so, please pull it up and post it in
Ah.
chat. If not, I can take a picture of it. It'll be very necessary. Do any of you have editing software?
Yeah.
Can any of you write on the map to keep track of it? Because you'll need to use that to keep track.
So I mean, I could probably do it. Maybe. I just post the map. I could probably do it. I have a thing.
Yeah. Either way, so you in the Port Nanzaru square right now. You should have a bunch of hexes all around you. And let me explain how this works. Each day, you move a certain number of hexes that depends on what speed you're moving at. There are 3 speeds that you can move at. There is normal speed, which is 1 hex a day. However, you're just moving at normal speed. You don't stop to look at anything, but you also take time not to be ambushed by everything around you.
Yeah.
So you may miss some clues or something, but you also probably won't be attacked. But you'll get to places quick, and that's important. Or you can go slow and steady. You'll move. By the way, you move 2 hexes a day at normal speed.
There you
If
go.
you choose to go 1 a day, you move 1 hex. You only move 1 hex a day, but you get to get the full map of the area around you, and there is 0 chance that you'll get lost. You'll always know exactly where you're going, and you'll be able to pick up on many secrets. So basically, you get increased range of vision on where to go. You can pick out little interesting sites that I have planted all around Armedio. Or you can blue blaze it on fast speed, 3 hexes a day.
Pink
But
rolling pace?
Rolling
Or you mean-
around at the speed of
rolling
sound.
around. Yes, exactly.
Got places to go, got
Do,
to
do,
follow
do,
my
do, do,
rainbow.
do.
about
You
to say-
blue blaze it
Sound
3
out,
hexes a
got
day,
places.
but you have no goddamn idea what's going on. You aren't looking around. You have absolutely no idea. But you do have to move
Basically-
3 hexes a day at the increased chance of getting lost.
If we just have to move
Speaking of,
quick,
getting lost. First, you have to assign a navigator. This person will be the guide who leads you around. This is why you hired a guide. Of course, you have 2 guides, namely Saldia and Eku. You can choose which one is your guide for the day, depending on who you think knows the area better.
Echo.
Sorry, what'd you say?
What if they
Go.
work together?
I mean,
Yeah, they could work together.
Yes. You double the
Try and
efficiency.
pool their resources. And basically they, or rather I, will make rolls for them. And if they succeed the destination roll, you move in the hex you desired, and you know exactly where you are on the map.
Also, it doesn't help.
If they
that-
fail,
it
you
doesn't
guys
help
get
that we
lost.
don't have the map to look at.
Here, I can post a map.
Yeah, you should have done that.
please do.
Alrighty, let me just pull it up. Let me search the files. If you get lost, I roll a d6, and you move into a random hex depending on what number I rolled. You also, I don't tell you where you are. You have no idea where on the map you are, just you're in a hex. Then you have to find your way, you have to roll another navigation check to see if, and once you finally succeed the navigation check, depending on how many times you get lost, you will, I'll finally tell you where you are on the map, and you'll be able to continue along your merry journey.
Nice.
This sounds confusing.
It'll be easy once you get the hang of it. I found the map that I had posted, but apparently it didn't. For whatever reason, I didn't include Port Nanzaru in the picture, so you didn't get to see the starting line. All right, let me take another picture.
Not as confusing as Shadowrun, right, guys? Hey.
Hey,
You know the thing that's never gonna
Cries.
happen? Yeah.
Shadowrun.
Cries.
cries and shatter.
Crying in Shadowrun.
That game became a first person shooter and everyone hated it.
What do you mean?
Shadowrun, it became a It
The
became a
Shadowrun
first-person
video
shooter.
game.
I hated it.
Never actually played it myself.
I didn't either. 'Cause it's old as shit.
Yeah. It's fun, I swear, guys.
I mean, it has a
I
nice.
find
feeling
Shadowrun fun.
At least Adam is on my side.
It
And you
might have
actually-
something to do with the buttfuck crazy Damien that I play.
A little bit.
I mean, like the Shadowrun is nice. However, the first-person shooter not all that good. Although it has some nice mechanics.
Oh,
Map,
oops.
Adam.
Oh, that was a crisis. I nearly sent you a picture of the DM's map, giving
Oh.
you the location of everything in our menu,
Ooh,
including
ooh.
the location of Soulmonger.
Oh, ooh.
That was a crisis averted.
Ooh.
Instantly saves it, but doesn't tell you.
Just suddenly Hensel just gets a whoa! I know where everything is,
Guys, I got a vision.
Suddenly,
guys.
I can go find a link.
Look, I would like to roll perception. Nat 20. You know everything. You are now omnipotent.
I'd like to give a big fuck you to God.
I'd like to say fuck you to God, yes.
Fuck
Which
you,
is
Adam.
technically Adam in this case.
Yeah.
I pray to the skeletons.
All hail Bone God.
Yep.
Unhurting juice.
Alright, posting the thing now. That took longer than it should have.
Why did I get a notification? Damn you, my anime list. Not now.
Oh, God damn it. It's sideways.
Oh.
Wow.
shit.
Wow, Adam.
Wow.
That's
Let's
Wow.
try
I
again.
believed in you.
God damn it, Adam. The video has been nothing but a fucking like still image of the fucking manga, the page I edited, and then
Are you
also
ready?
Rel say,
Advertisement time.
yeah,
Okay, there we go.
yeah.
This one isn't sideways, I swear.
Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
Sky Lizard Mountain.
Get ready to plug the advertisers.
Okay. Also, let me explain why canoes are good. You see,
Man,
on
this is
canoes,
a high
you get an
quality
extra
map.
space of movement. I know, it's shit, but it's fine.
That God ray on the side really helps.
Yes,
Oh.
that's me coming down from the heavens.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we at this point?
At the point Nanzuru Square. For whatever reason, the
Where's that?
shaded in stuff, that's what you were able to... Alright,
There we
Alright,
are.
let me start over. So, you got this map from Sandra Sylvain. The stuff that shows everything, that's what she knows. That's everything she's able to find with her map skills.
Oh my God, Camp Righteous.
Yeah, Camp Righteous. That's the thing that...
Hell.
Camp Righteous.
Camp
it's
Righteous.
So cool.
Yeah, the Flaming Fist, they like their camp names. Camp Righteous and Camp Vengeance.
Can I
can't
find my
wait for
hometown?
I can't wait for Camp Death Face.
Space. Anyway, what'd you say, Inky?
Let's find our hometowns.
Okay.
Also, you can see Mbala, M-B-A-L-A, just put in the middle of there. That's, that's where Eku said she wanted to go, so she marked it on the map for you.
Where is
Okay.
that?
Also, I have a question.
It's south of Camp Vengeance. M-B-A-L-A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sweet.
she's like, hey, let's go there. Also, you can see to the right of Camp Vengeance, you can see the marker of Mesero, which destroyed the destroyed city that Ravengard talked about. This tale of Sandra Sylvain.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting
Also,
thing over there.
where's the town of the bastards? That tried to kill us.
So, strangely, it's not on the map. Yes, there is a story justification for that. No, I'm not
What
telling you.
bastards? Oh,
The Red
cultists?
Larch. Yeah, Red Larch.
The
Roast
guys
down.
I have no connection to.
No, it's
That
not
was
marked
weird.
on the map, and yes, there's a story justification for it, and no, I'm not telling you where it is yet.
Larch eat my ass.
So, see if you, I don't know if you can zoom in. I'm on mobile, so I can zoom in, but you should
can't.
see up at the very north, Port Nanzuru, or Nyanzaru, or however you wish to pronounce it. And there's a little river to the left of it called River Shone Star.
Nyanzer.
Nyanzaru. Yeah.
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 Stop us now.
Echo uses her druidic abilities to shapeshift into Neko Girl.
Yeah.
Old 60-year-old
no.
Neko Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Hello, me.
No,
I
don't
feel
do that.
myself dying inside.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Also, see those stolen crossbones on the map? That's areas with high undead activity.
Purification.
What about the
Purification.
hammer?
Aqua.
What about the hammer one right there? What about the thing that's the hammer?
The hammer, that's where all the mines are. It's where, yeah. It's just a bunch of mines.
Let's go there.
And the
That's
volcanoes.
a good decision.
And of ash and smoke.
Yeah. The River Star will lead down to Camp Righteous and Camp Vengeance, which is also just south of Camp Vengeance is the Eldari Basin, which is where Annette got the vision, or where a vision where she said we would go to Eldari Basin and you'd meet a strange elf woman.
Wait, Red Larch said it was in the south and said you have to go north to Port Nanzaru.
How are we gonna get Zongo there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of hand wave the whole Zongo in a canoe. Let's just say he's faster when you're in a canoe. Don't worry about it.
No. Let's say that we like tied like barrels to the sides of him and like he's float him down the river.
Yes, exactly.
He is the boat.
That's what they do to cows.
He is the boat.
You did not account for my ability to fucking.
I was not expecting you to pick up the Triceratops, but I also detest railroading. That's like one of my least favorite DM things. So I let my players do whatever.
Also,
Like, I'm not
most
gonna
of
say
the
you
time-
can't grab a Triceratops.
I mean,
Because it's also
get it.
hilarious.
You're probably not as bad as me, where I let one of my players just punch God. He was
I
like, I
mean,
want to hack
in my last-
God, and I let him do it.
In my last campaign, it spiraled out of control from fighting demons to sieging the heavens and bitch smacking God so hard the heavens rumbled.
I want to do that.
It's also like the story of Brolaire where he can just intimidate a burning
I
thing.
intimidate gravity to put the temp back up.
Exactly.
Yeah, that works.
Either
And
way,
sure enough, he did it.
so dictate which square. This is just going to be a little tutorial. I'm going to be a bit hand-holdy at the beginning to get you guys adjusted to it. So hope you don't mind me just saying where you would go, for example. Right now, you're in the Port Nanzaru hex. It's really hard to see the colored-in hexes, so I'll try and do my best to guide you. I have a bigger map over here, which I can use to track.
Because
Hey.
you are God, yes.
Yes, of course.
Why don't we just float down that river right there, river something, right where it passes
Sure.
by Camp Righteous and then to Camp Vengeance. It gets there fast.
Undrel raises her head. Yes, that would probably be the most efficient way of getting to Camp Righteous and Camp Vengeance. Speaking of, I know my letters are dictated for Camp Vengeance, but could we stop by Camp Righteous?
I was thinking the same thing. There could be stuff there.
Yes.
Stuff to steal.
Exactly, and for me to
No,
not
we don't do that.
There won't be anything to steal there.
Oh.
I don't know if there'll be anything, actually, at all.
Oh.
Oh, and
We can talk in the canoe.
And I got a vendetta to maybe set in Camp Vengeance. I can tell you that.
Did you learn nothing of what the guy told you?
Undrel
Well,
easily picks up the
contemplating.
giant canoe, like one-handed, and just slings it over her shoulder.
That's good.
Eku and Salvia kind of like jaw drop a bit as they haven't seen her do feats of strength yet.
Hmm.
Salvia does like a little whistle.
I would just like to unpack my canoe neatly and then like slide it into the water.
Yeah, you all
Not
slide
gonna
into the
show off.
water.
I want to ride Zongo with a net on with next to me.
Yes, you
The
two
boys.
can ride Zongo. The rest of you are all in canoes.
Alright, can
No,
I like
I
can I
dive
tie
in the water
can I
and swim.
Sorry, what'd you say, Inky?
I swim like a lizard in the water.
As you like stretch your legs, you're ready to swim. Eku like helpfully taps you on the shoulder. I wouldn't do that. There are many horrific leeches in these water. Within about 50 minutes, you'd be drained dry of all your blood.
I'll take
Oh.
my chances.
No, don't do
Have
it.
you
no.
ever have you ever heard of throat leeches? She seems to just change topic immediately. Oh, have you ever heard
y'all
of
want
throat?
Zongo to go in the water?
Zongo is a badass.
so his hide is very
Oh,
thick.
yes. Eku walks over and just taps on his skin. You see, dinosaurs have very hard skin. They've adapted to live in our medio. It's quite amazing, really.
Isn't evolution
Now,
great?
throat leeches. Back on topic. You see, these things, what they do is they worm into your mouth, they suck on your throat, and they breathe out the air you try to breathe. They slowly expand in your throat until they block all your airways. You can tell someone has throat leeches by their expanded larynx, and how when they talk, they sound like they're gurgling, which they probably are, choking on their own blood. Then, the leeches grow so fat on all your blood and air that they get so big that your throat bursts. No one seems to be happy about this story except for Echo.
That's great.
How careful then.
That was meant to be a insightful report.
Adam,
Either way, let's canoe.
can I tie the front of my canoe to Zongo's tail and just kind of fall asleep in my canoe?
Sure. Yeah, so you all get your canoes ready. First, I'd like you to dictate a guide. Obviously, the most obvious example would be Echo and Saldia, as they are the official guides.
Mm-hmm.
But you can have anyone be a guide.
Yeah,
I can
Not
go.
just them.
I paid for them.
But
Why would I
yeah,
do
there's
that?
obviously... Well, technically, they both are working for free, but you know...
Echo should be the main guide.
Yeah.
Echo and Saldia are guides, with Echo being having the final say. Next up,
Saldia
please
is
dictate...
the body.
Sorry, here, let me turn you up, Inky.
I said Zaldia is just basically the bodyguard.
Yeah, Saldia is more of a bodyguard than anything else.
No, only a little bit.
Next up, please dictate the speed you wish to go. Slow, normal, or fast.
I don't remember.
Slow is
what
1
they
square, 2 is 2 square, normal is 1... Bleh. You know the drill.
Okay, let's go slow because we do gain 1 additional tile, and we kind of want to get the lay of the land.
Also, canoes give you an extra tile movement, so slow would be 2 tiles, normal would be 3 tiles, and fast would be a whopping 4 tiles.
I mean, we don't need to go slow because we already have the map filled out to get to Camp Righteous.
Yeah.
So we
Good
just
point.
Go
Let's
fucking
go
fast as
fast.
fuck.
Also, do you know that every movement is a whole day? Also, each tile is 10 miles. If you want to do all the math to figure out how big our medio is off that.
We gotta roll around the speed of sound because we already have the map in this part of the map, so we're fine.
Okay, let's not get ambushed every 2 feet, okay?
It's probably they can't catch us if we roll around at the speed of sound.
You do have double the speed in canoes and can easily outrun anything.
Okay, so
It's specifically mentioned in the guide about how you can just book it.
Yeah, let's get it.
and Davco's gonna be sleeping for most of this, so I don't know.
I mean, it's not like we get an EXP from it.
Yeah, that is true. There is no more ESP.
Just run.
It's fun.
So, what? Inky, do you have any input on the movement speed you wish to go at?
Let's go fast.
Alright. Fast? Anyone else?
I say go normal.
Vote for normal. You're the deciding vote, Lemon. Fast or normal? Or throw a curveball at us and say slow.
Say slow.
Alright,
wanna
so since the map is already filled out, we're not gonna miss anything in this area.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just.
And when in a river you can't get lost because it's a fucking river.
Oh, it's better.
The river goes straight to Camp Righteous, so obviously we gotta.
It's
go
a straight
fucking-
river. You can't turn off on a river.
Yeah, we gotta go Sonic speed, guys.
Alright then.
I'll be rather blunt. There is literally no reason to not go Sonic speed at the start.
Alright.
Once you reach into the actual unhexed areas, then you're gonna want to be more careful. But at the beginning, you can just sort of blaze it.
Oh wow, the map kind of looks like a xenomorph.
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh my.
Prophetic
Adam, what
warnings.
did you do?
Oh no, we encountered a xenomorph.
Plot twist. Astaroth was a xenomorph the whole time.
Plot
He's
twist.
a xenomorph
The xenomorph is
mathematician.
also a mathematician.
He's a
I thought he
mathematician
was a
xenomorph.
rat.
Did this through all that.
A rat xenomorph mathematician. Oh
So
god, a
the
rat
xenomorph was
chest
the
burster
one-
would be horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go Sonic
Davcool
speed.
definitely wants to go into one of these jungles at some point, try and tame a dinosaur for himself. That comes way later.
Alright. Now, the roll. The big deciding roll on whether or not you actually doesn't really matter, but you go. So, you'll be heading down River Shonestar, as that is the. Does that sound good to everyone?
I mean, we can't get lost, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, we took a wrong turn in Albuquerque.
Took a wrong turn to Albuquerque. You wound up in the
This
old
also
lost
got
city of
leeches.
Omu. Roll for encounter. It's a Triceratops.
It's it's 5 T-Rexes.
It's 5 T-Rexes. One of them is undead. Good luck.
Make sure we don't lose Zongo on the way.
Yeah, I imagine all the canoes are like tied together, along with Zongo.
I'm tied to Zongo.
Tied to Zongo.
Zongo just says. Zongo says no. Zongo doesn't move. Dude, don't move. What do you do?
And so you all set out. Wilderness. Speaking of, does anyone have any good jungle exploration music? Because we've just been listening to this Fireside, even though you've left the Fireside a while ago.
What's
Yeah, I
that
know.
one like exploring in near Automata, the jungle?
Oh yeah.
No,
I
was gonna say
thought
the
you were
End
gonna say
okay.
Curse of the Abyss, and I was gonna have to, give a hard no on that.
Terse Plank Abyss? No. I learned my lesson when it sounds like it's playing in Lolly Hentai.
Oh.
Ironically, one of the few things that dubbed it.
Oh, we didn't hear any of that.
Guys, don't worry about it. The squishing isn't Lolly Hentai, it's just a lolly
It's-
being horribly deformed.
It's
I
a
love
lolly being
lollies.
melted
It's
and
horribly
turned
melted.
into a horrible monstrosity that wants to die and cannot die,
Yeah,
and wishes for death every day before it's fucking evaporated.
yeah. And then it comes back later and we don't even know.
No, that's a clone, but we're not getting into that right now.
I mean, it's totally a clone, it's not real.
Alright. So I'm trying to come up with a good way to mark here. Alright, so this is going to be a bit jank, but I'm going to take pictures of where you are and mark it with like a d6 or a dice.
Mhm.
No, that's too big. Alright, here, I'll just put like a pencil point. Alright.
Oh, it's like
Just don't mind the jank. It's a bit jank, but it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We could
I
fix it
believe
with the
in
power
you.
of flex tape.
Mm-hmm.
And
Flex
Flex
it.
Steel.
And flex seal.
Those
Flex seal and flex.
To prove the power of flex tape, I cut Adam's campaign in half.
The power of
I'm
flex
going to fix
tape.
it.
I cut the ozone layer in half.
The power of flex tape.
I love we go from
That's a
hard-
lot of damage.
I love how we went from hard lore to just fucking memeing super hard.
Like, we went from Earl Ravengard having a mental breakdown at the fact that his life's work turned into like a monstrosity to just memeing.
Yeah.
These are things.
I mean, it's all part of it's a part of the fun, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you're all joking and not taking everything super serious. That's good.
Raven Guard.
Okay. Here we go. First pister. First pister. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you, Brian. I owe you one.
I do want to mention Phil Swift is totally an encounter in Shadowrun.
Is he really?
I await the day.
I made him.
Phil Swift flexes in the
Adam,
battle.
your pictures are beautiful.
I know.
Yeah, look
Aren't
at
they
all
just the
this
best?
quality.
I
And
know,
don't
it's
you
so
like-
quality, isn't it?
It's really
Look,
great.
I'm not quite sure how I can stop the shadows of my iPad.
I'm more worried about the blinding light.
I have a very blinding light in my room. Like, I have a single light bulb in my room, and it's like the size of 10 light bulbs, and it's slightly concerning. It's very bright all the time.
I just realized
This was
you
taken
were
from one of the
blind.
darker areas of the room.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like Adam is like in Dante's Inferno, how like heaven is just blinding light all the time.
Yes.
That's Adam.
Yeah, that's
That's
just my room. So, if anyone wants to be map keeper, I suppose technically I'm map keeper, but whatever.
Yeah, that would be Ombre, but he's not here, so
Adam,
that's
Yeah.
do
my
your
job now.
job.
By the way, with the maps, you'll want to mark certain locations on said map, so you can return to them later. So you like put little like an X, for example, if you find, say, a city or a ruin or something.
What
Like,
about
hey, this is
people
an important place. Let's
What about
remember it.
here? Where are they? Are they just in their own canoes, just kind of like brain dead?
The party members who aren't here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in their own canoes. They're all here. They are just like talking amongst themselves. I'm just not describing their reaction, basically.
Right.
Whenever someone is in here, just assume that they are here, but
No,
they're
it's
either
basically
not
like
talking or it's like
you go on ahead. I'll catch up with you later. Meanwhile, you're the main character and you do all the heavy lifting. And like,
they're still here with you. Like, for example, Ombre and Might are still in their own canoes. They're still paddling, and they're still talking with everyone. I'm just not describing them talking.
Yeah.
Speaking of talking,
Yeah.
You're all in the water right now, just driving through the water.
I'm asleep.
Sandro's marching ahead quite quickly.
Sonic? No. Bad Sonic.
Echo is paddling away with paddles, with the second canoe, while Davcool sleeps in the first one, or with it tied to Zandro's tail. You're all arranged in your canoes, and just sort of all silent, until Undrill breaks the silence. Can I make a request? I know I've probably mentioned this already before, but I'd like to go to Camp Righteous, if that'd be alright.
I mean, I
Make
thought
a
we
stop
were
by
already
there.
going there.
Yes, of course. Sorry.
Like you just see a hand coming out of the canoe because like Devco's just laying down. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever, and like start gesturing around, and then like slumps back out of view.
Just Undrill building up her courage to mention it, and then fucking like, what do you mean? We're already going there.
I probably didn't mention why there are two camps marked on the map.
You did, and
Well-
like the arm comes back up. It's like you did. The other one got attacked and destroyed. Moving on, and that just kind of like sand slumps back
Oh.
down.
Her face has gone bright red, and she's staring down at the canoe. I see. I guess I already have mentioned that.
Somewhat,
Saldia
yeah,
leans in
whatever.
from behind her. Yeah, you've mentioned it a few times, buddy. We all know the story. Built a camp, they got attacked by undead, moved to Camp Vengeance. Did I get that about right?
A hand shoots
Yes.
back up. Yeah, it's about right.
I can barely hear you right now.
Why? Groovy too loud.
If you click on the members thing and then click on Groovy, you can turn his volume way down.
Groovy, you are now dead to me.
Damn you, Groovy.
Yeah, just turn him way down. I know he can be awfully blindingly loud. Or deafeningly loud, not blindingly. I can't
3%
see you, it's too
adequate.
loud.
Damn all this noise, I can't see anything.
Adam, you are the smartest.
Yes, I am, most definitely.
Don't tease
SMRT.
ego.
Undrill clasps a hand over her chest, looking for something as if something that's missing. Oh, I suppose I did leave it.
Where'd you leave?
Sorry, don't mind my ramblings. Oh, my holy symbol. I left it with the others. You see, my whole camp is part of the Flaming Fist. We were conscripted. My temple was at Camp Righteous, and I just want to see if anyone's left.
We'll surely find someone left. Maybe not alive.
Yeah,
The hand comes back up and goes back down.
thank you. They've been gone for, well, the camp destruction happened 10 days ago, so... Oh well, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Someone survived.
Yes, thank you.
Don't mention it.
You're...
Davcool's just being as blunt as he possibly can and just like hurting people's feelings.
I'm like, Hensel's gonna go back to talking to Annette.
Everyone's having a
Oh, yeah.
conversation.
Except
Undrill and Karma, who are in the same boat, Undrill sort of looks over to Karma. I remember you mentioning something about your village.
Yes.
What happened to
It
it?
was a while back. There's some orcs. They ravaged the village, killed my father, broke my leg, as you can see. I'd rather not speak on it.
I see. Andrew looks down at her own leg, and down at the floor of the canoe. I can sympathize. My own village was also destroyed. Not by orcs, but by humans. They invaded us.
Davcool finally sits up. Me as well.
I
Seriously?
remember everything burning. But then I was saved. I was pulled out of a burning wreck by a flaming fist soldier, and I was brought out, and, well, the rest is history. I grew up in the temple of Torm, the god who most people worship around there. He's the god of many things, among them being weapons, but also weapons to bring about peace. War for peace, if you would. It's, I suppose one could consider it hypocritical, but it's what I have. She's clearly trying to skirt around some sort of issue.
Look, if you got an issue, just spit it out, damn it.
No, she pulls herself in closer and almost seems like she's trying to cover her skin even more. It doesn't matter anymore.
Look, if you're shy, I'm in the muscly girls. If you're that, yeah.
And that sort of chuckles at this, and Saldia
I like you too, but don't worry about it.
And Saldia raises up to give you a high five.
Yeah, high five.
I kind of look at Lemon. I think she means Burns, and he kind of looks quizzically, maybe
No,
not
Burns. It's nothing like that. It doesn't matter.
Oh, is it a death curse? It might be a death curse.
She looks back to Karma. I am sorry for your village. Do you know?
Please don't be sorry over something you had no choice.
Do you know the tale of Darth, something the wise?
Her eyes seem to water when you say this. Yeah. And then it looks back to the ground. Silence seems to fall over the group. Eventually, you reach your destination. No more than small talk, no more important conversations for the rest of the day. By the time you reach 40 miles of canoeing, it's gotten dark out, and you set up the camp. You hadn't seen any sort of monsters or anything on this first day, so you consider that a blessing, you guess you could say.
No onion monsters yet.
Before
No onion.
Leaps, he would like to ask Echo a question.
All right, ask away. Aku is always free. She's very smiling happily.
Echo, you lived in or near the jungle for quite some time, haven't you?
I've lived in the jungle for a long time.
You've had exposure to dinosaurs, yes?
Oh yes, I know all about them.
You see, I want
to tame
what
one.
What advice would you have if I were to say wish to tame a more docile one?
Oh, a docile dinosaur. Not many of those exist.
Oh, an Ankylosaurus, as it would seem?
You should do it while they're young.
Well, I'd have to really get into the mindset of one to figure out what it wants.
The mindset?
I recommend having a lot of animal empathy, trying to talk to it. She seems to not really realize, as if she's talking as if, everyone's a druid and everyone can just talk with animals.
But,
I think if you just manage to hold a conversation with it, get to the heart of the problem. Maybe explain your motivations to it. I'm sure it'd understand.
I'm a ranger and something else.
Can rangers not do that?
Not me.
Oh.
I can only speak Draconic.
Saldia raised her head. You know, most rangers can't do that stuff. In fact, only higher level druids can as well. Oh. Well, I have lived in the jungle a long time. Okay then. Either way. Most of you, all of you really seem just really nice. And, either way, I suppose we're settling down for the night, right?
I
Correct.
guess so.
Do we like pull up on like a riverbank then?
Yeah, you canoe up to a riverbank and tie up your canoes to a nearby tree.
Oh no, we
Uh,
took a
do we
road trip in
need-
Albuquerque.
Do we need?
Feed Zongo.
Oh yes, all of you consume, remove 2 gallons of water and 2 pounds of food from the inventory.
We don't have
It's Ombre. Ombre does that. Why isn't Ombre here?
Shit, no, Ombre.
Bird
we need to do
boy.
this.
Alright, well,
So,
Bird brain, no.
bug be gone.
yes, you also need to apply the insect repellent.
We have like the incense thing that keeps it away from camp.
We
don't
got
have to
that
apply it to
pumpkin
us.
juice stuff.
That that juicy juice.
Yeah, that juicy juice. Some of that
It's like actually it's like a pyramid scheme. Like you put it on, and it attracts more to you. So it's like, oh, you have to just get more. So then you use it all up, and then you go back and buy more.
That would be a pretty scheme.
Really good.
And
They
also an
don't-
easy way to get sanctioned.
Yeah.
When they figure out that when they run out, the insects don't come as close. Like, oh.
I wonder.
I want to buy some
Bam!
sanctions.
Sanctioned!
I feel like Bam Sanctioned is gonna be a running joke.
Bam!
Damn.
Sanctioned.
Can I buy a sanction for Zongo?
No.
For some
I
reason,
want
For
to
the
they'll-
try
paltry 150 gold, you too could be a horrible murderer.
In that case, I will.
I know, I'll buy one on you first.
No, you won't. I will burn you first.
Motherfucker, I'll shoot lasers at you.
Bet you
Dun
won't.
dun dun. Tensions are right.
Is this how we
Dirty
start?
warlocks.
Are we ending it for the night?
What time is it? Yeah, about 10?
And
Yeah, we can touch it, and then we can do camp right. That whole conversation with Ola Ravengard took way longer than I expected it to. It was nice.
That was barely anything.
It got
What do you mean it's
emotional.
over?
Yeah, I mean, we could just go to Camp Righteous. You want to
Keep
just...
going, like there's no reason
Yeah.
to stop.
Does everyone want to... Let's take a vote here. We can either stop here, or we can keep going and see if we can see how long it takes to get to Camp Righteous.
See how long it
And then we
takes.
can either go through Camp Righteous or stop when we get to Camp Righteous.
Go until we cannot go any longer.
Just
Alright,
Let's just make it there.
that shouldn't take
maybe.
too long because it's just 2 more rolls. Alright, let's see what you find. So I do daily rolls. Okay, you are in Jungle.
Also, I'd like to mention nightly head patch on that.
Yep, of course,
As always. I have to mention my advances, or else they won't count. We gotta get to that beach episode somehow.
The
exactly.
beach episode is... Don't worry. Alright, and now Ooh. I'm glad you guys rolled this on your first day. This definitely fits the mood perfectly.
I don't know.
I'm scared.
I'm scared too.
As you tie up your trees, or tie up your canoes to the trees and begin to set up camp, just this horrible smell just wafts in from the nearby trees. It is disgusting.
Oh Jesus!
What do you
What
want
is
to
that?
do? And that plugs her nose, and Andrel seems to almost flinch away at. Oh, what is that?
Rivko kind of like pulls up his cloak over his...
sniffs and almost seems like she's about to vomit. Oh God, no.
Well, also,
Breathe through your
bit of a
mouth
thing
and
here.
Smell.
Bit of a tangent here. Cloak has like wraps around his neck, kinda like a scarf a bit, so he can just like pull it up over his nose, kind of like.
You pull it up over your nose, and it muffles the smell, but it still just breaks through. It's just it smells like rotting flesh almost.
Can I wrap my tail?
Can I investigate?
To my
Can I see if I
mouth?
can track the smell?
You bring up your tail and just sort of put it in your mouth as a desperate attempt to stop. Davcool, you walk forward and peer behind the tree. You don't need to follow any trail. You found what's the source of the smell.
What is it?
It's the body of a half-elf. Appears to be a venture of sorts, clad in leather armor. He's mangled, broken. This is not appropriate music for what I'm about to describe.
Quick, take something appropriate. Damn you, field of hopes and dreams.
Dear God.
This is not a. Oh, that's the raw music.
Fuck. What
Rules of nature. With this.
Snake eater.
Just ominous. Here, I'll get some.
Oh, damn you, field of hopes and dreams.
It is just this absolutely mangled and destroyed body of a half-elf. His face is beat in, barely, almost unrecognizable. You're only able to tell it's a half-elf by the semi-pointed ears and the blonde hair. His arms and legs are unnatural angle. Blood oozes out from every orifice. You see a number of stab wounds in his back and in his legs.
Can I see? Can I like? Is there any like? Do I see like footprints around him?
If there were any footprints, they are long covered by the numerous animal tracks and the bite marks in his arms from the ghouls who try to feed.
This guy is rotting. He's long dead.
He died a while ago. Salvia's eyes are wide, staring at this, as if bringing back unpleasant memories. She turns away and covers her mouth as if she's about to barf. Undril, her eyes are wide, and she slowly walks towards the corpse.
I'm covering Annette's eyes before she can look at it. Don't even try this shit on me, Adam.
Annette is staying behind the tree. She saw a peek and does not want to see anymore.
Mm-hmm. Damn right.
Like,
do any of you want to investigate it further, or do you want to let Undril investigate it?
I would like to investigate it further, see if I can see anything.
You walk further towards the corpse, place your hand on it. It's ice cold, clearly dead for a long time. Undril manages to choke out a sentence. Flip the button. Flip it.
Kind of like kick it. I nudge it over onto its stomach with my boot.
You nudge it over you push your boot up against its shoulder and nudge it over onto its stomach. The face is bashed in even more. Teeth are gone, eyes are popped. The forehead is bashed in. Bit of gray matter leaking out onto the ground. All of his ribs are broken, smashed open, and cracked at unnatural angles. The kneecaps are absolutely shattered. And in his stomach is a very large cut. Just his stomach is ripped open and cut apart. Intestines are strewn out. And you see a metal plaque stuck in the center of his heart. It appears to have writing on it, but it's smeared by blood. You could probably clean it off. What would you like to do?
Someone get like a Kleenex or something.
I take my glove and I kind of like wipe it off.
You pull the slab or the metal slide out of his heart and wipe the blood off the front. You wipe it across your glove and then wipe the glove off on a nearby tree. You repeat this process until the letters are readable. Although you begin to wonder maybe they shouldn't be readable from what you read. It reads, "This is what happens to explorers who refuse to buy a charter. Why the fuck have you done this?
Why? Why? What is that?
You monster." Alright. Hail the Nightmare was pretty good. It
It also
reads,
swelled.
"This
like
is
a
what
small
happens
thing.
to explorers who refuse to buy a chart. The Flaming Fist does not accept mistakes.
Okay, what we
Pay
should
your
actually-
dues."
we should these guys now. I'm really having like a murder for these guys now.
Andro puts her head up against a tree and puts her hands in her arms. I don't know what this... Why? Further inspections on the body revealed that it was clubs that did this. Not swords that could have given him a clean death. Wooden clubs. Broken. Battered. A slow death. A painful death. A torturous death.
I'm making sure
This
that
is a
doesn't see any of
cruel
this.
punishment.
Whatever this person felt, the last thing they ever felt was unrivaled, excruciating pain.
Ooh. Can we?
You want to bury him?
Yeah, I like
Yes.
to bury him. Thanks.
Alright. So, what steps are you going to take to bury him?
Is there any like rocks around?
Yeah, there's a fairly big rock that Andro could probably pick up.
Because it's Undrill.
Yeah, because
Like
she has ludicrous
small
strengths.
But,
Anyone else with high strength could also probably pick it up. But Andro probably has the highest strength of this current party.
is there like a little
He might probably has higher strength
Is
than
there like a
Arta.
little ditch around here somewhere?
It's flat jungle. There's trees all around you, but you could probably like dig up the ground a bit if you had any kind of tool or something.
Okay, hold on.
Or you could like brush some leaves on him.
Let's see.
Andro also walks over to the nearby rock and picks it up. It's about the size of a head, but it's dense. Probably like a bit bigger than a head. You want to bury him?
Yeah, I would like to. Can you
That
see
would
if
be
you
good.
see if you could dig a trench with that rock?
May he
Yeah,
find
here.
peace.
What'd you say?
May he
Oh.
find peace.
Andro nods her head slowly. She then takes the greatsword off her back and sticks it into the ground like a shovel. I can probably use this.
Oh, it's not made for that, but I mean, go ahead.
She tries to dig with it, and some success is made, but not much. It's a very shallow grave.
I have adventuring gear. Does that have like a shovel or something?
If you look up what's inside the adventuring gear,
I don't know how to look at that.
search it up online.
Okay.
By the way, everyone roll perception.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Like
not...
passive or
that's a little worrying.
so is it because perception again, is it my just for my
There's a perception stat in skills. You roll that, and add that, and your wisdom.
Oh, plus that and wisdom.
Okay, let's say that. Perception.
I rolled a 19.
Rolled a
A what?
22.
19.
19? Alright.
Rolled a 22.
Inky, you see this almost twitch in the long dead orc. Not orc, a long dead half-elf.
At a 22, I don't know if that makes it
You
any
hear
better.
Annette from behind you. Was he given a proper burial? If
I
not,
Burn the
I would-
body.
I would
my-
like to immediately like stab him in the skull.
What? No, what?
I would like to stab him in the skull.
What? No, wait.
alright,
I know what's going on here.
I'm making
Roll-
sure Annette doesn't see any of this.
roll dex.
I know what's going on here. Okay. 17.
What was it, 17?
Huh?
You said
17.
17, right?
17, yes.
17, okay. Alright. You just stab the sword straight through the skull, and you see the body
that-
twitch even
it's
more.
Rezer. It's Rezer.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
Rezer.
it's Rezer? Alright.
Rezer.
Like the arm seemed to jolt, but it's all broken and shattered.
Annette, don't look at this.
You slowly drag Rezer out of the stall, bleeding, broken, and back away from it for a bit. It isn't moving.
Dead curse, my friends, and I kind of like wipe it off on my bracer, and then actually I wipe it off on like a tree, and then I stick it back in my forearm. It's a sheath.
Your little forearm sheath. As you do so and turn your back, the corpse suddenly just jolts upward and starts trying to crawl towards you.
Oh no!
You all just sort of jolt away until Undril sprints forward and just slams the rock into its head. You hear a just sickening crunch as the rest of the skull breaks, and she keeps bringing the rock up and back down the body, crunching it even more.
Covering Net's ears.
You hear this stream of panic and pain, but you aren't sure whether it's coming from 10 seconds of this crunching and smashing until the body is nothing but a bloody pulp.
And Net's ears are covered.
The blood is splashed up onto Undril's arm, her rock, a bit on her face. She drops the rock, and you see her hands trembling.
Kind of like, I kind of like grab her by the shoulders and kind of like usher her back more towards camp and sit her down.
She swallows, sits down at the nearby log you set her on. You can see her body shaking.
Say, thanks for that.
They weren't given a proper burial. The undead curse, it turned them into a ghoul. I had to.
I say, I whisper to her, I thank you for saving my life. And I turn back and like yell to everyone else, see, I told you it was gonna happen, that's why I stabbed you.
Saldia sits down next to you and then places her hand on your shoulder, Dabful. Undead are resistant to stabbing. Blood force, that does double damage.
Oh.
Of course, I'm explaining this in generic terms. As you see, undead don't bleed, so stabbings and little poke wounds don't really do much to an undead body that can't feel pain. The blunt force is the way to go.
Hold on.
They truly had me in the staff.
By now, it's too late to move your tents anywhere. So you sleep in shifts.
Good thing,
Watching.
Orpheus.
Orpheus.
Force damage.
Oh, yeah.
Orpheus. Damage.
You take turns in shifts. You can hear Undril mutter sleep. And, well, that's where we'll end our session for today, on this low note. You all watch the corpse for the night. Nothing moves, and you're not attacked again.
Yeah.
Hey.
I knew immediately when you started
If
giving the other party's reactions that I had to fucking protect them that, or else we were gonna do some bullshit.
If I would have cut off its head instead, would it have worked?
What'd you say?
Would have cut off its head, would that have worked?
Would what have worked?
If I cut off its head.
Yes, if you removed its head, if you cut off its head, it would have worked. Or if you crushed its head, it would have worked. But in the game, zombies have a resistance to stabbing, but a weakness to, Congratulations, Undril is scarred for life. Da 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 da.
No,
Wait, you're doing
don't.
this to make it seem like Undril
Da
is like
da 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 da.
Wait, it makes you feel like
I have this image now in my head of Undril shaking eyes, staring into the fire as this plays in the background.
Someone has to animate that.
Undril having a mental breakdown as this plays.
I'm
Da,
having
da, 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 da. Yeah, my reasoning for that is that in the official game, undead have a resistance to stabbing or stabbing and slashing damage, while they have a weakness to blunt damage. So, a number of other things would have worked. You just unfortunately just had bad luck, I suppose.
I was about to say like, oh, I cut off its head, but I'm like, nah, that's a bit too overkill, and I'll just stab it.
Cutting off its head or smashing its body and head would have worked. In fact, just smashing its head would have worked.
So I
Also-
burned a ghoul in the beginning with fire. Are they resistant to fire?
They don't have
Yeah.
any preference on fire. They aren't resistant, but they aren't weak either.
I remember
Also, burning
burned-
in. There are a number of ways to make sure someone doesn't come back as undead. There's the most humane way, which is to bless their body after they die by an ornated priest, which is a process that takes time, but, doesn't damn their soul to hell for all eternity. Or you can just do the easy way and burn their bodies like most of the Flaming Fists do.
Yeah, makes sense.
No, I couldn't deal with that smell.
So, Annette's getting double head pats tonight, and Hensel's gonna get fucking drunk off.
And
the
that
grass,
is
'cause,
24. She's naive, but she's not like,
No, head pats. Shut up.
of course. She's seen death before. She's
No.
seen the
No, head
executioner's run.
No, head pats.
Head pats, of course.
pats.
I'm about to
So, like,
go drink
place
my
it. I like
piss.
I pat Andrew on the shoulder and it's like, kid. This is kind of how it's gonna be.
I can describe your sleeping arrangements as well. How many tents do you have again? I remember you only had enough. There are two people per tent, and everyone just sort of obviously. Hensel tries to sneak into the tent with Annette and manages to just sleep in the same tent as Annette, which is enough for him so far.
Enough for me. Not even not anywhere close. Just yeah.
Yeah, you're on opposite sides of the tent in two separate sleeping beds.
Yeah. After getting drunk off my ass, because Hensel.
Of course.
You gotta forget your manic events somehow.
Yeah, of course. Saldia slept in the same tent as Undril, and you hear them talking in the night. Saldia trying to comfort Undril. Saldia seems to have a bit of a soft side that she clearly doesn't like being shown. Meanwhile, Eku and the rest of you all sort of huddled out to other tents.
You know what to say
I mean,
about
Davcool is perfectly content with just sleeping underneath the stars inside of his cloak and/or bedroll, so he's fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Eku
just gonna
also
sleep with Zongo.
sleep with Zongo. You and Zongo share a tent.
But like
Yeah, I
Zongo
cuddle
is just
up like a little puppy.
Like
always.
this the
You cuddle
official
up with
romance?
Zongo.
Is this the official romance?
Yes,
like-
the only romance I'll allow. Zongo and Ninji. Zongo and Karma.
just imagine Davcool just laying out in the stars. Meanwhile, Zongo's just laying there curled up in a semicircle. So Davcool just kind of sits in
Yeah.
that semicircle, just lays down, props his feet up, just sits there.
Yeah. And so this ends on a rather somber note, despite the current music. Alright, we just need to stop that for us.
Okay, what song are we singing this time?
And so I'll just say I'll give the closing narration so we can officially sign off and stop the recording.
Yeah.
And so it ends with Annette sleeping in the tent. Most of you sleeping. Andro trying to sleep, but clearly being played. Eku taking night shift along with Davcool. And there's the two of you chatting to the stars about experiences and whatnot, and how to deal with that undead. And all of you truly realize the true horror of the undead curse.
Adam just
And
turns
we'll
this
begin
entire
to
thing
see-
around and turns it into a horror D&D thing, with atmospheric music.
I warned you, I don't hold back on horror.
Dear
The
God.
end. Do we even stop now? As we close out on this.
I love this. That's great. I'm gonna get those pants.
Wait,
up
we
for
have
the
to
last
plug
minute.
in our last advertiser.
Power of flex tape.
Power of flex tape.
Power
We
of
could
flex
probably
tape.
flex tape that half elf back together.
Yeah, we totally can.
What?
Yeah. We could flex tape Undrill's mental state back.
Sick.
Yeah,
Drill's mental state, yeah, flex tape that back together.
it should be fun.
Flex tape is a god's thing.
Power of flex tape.